What's up, guys and gals? This video is about my little rant about terminology. These days, terminology for talking about certain things has become lame and, I don't know, sterile, and it just bothers me. And it's not that these terms are incorrect, technically. It's just that I don't like the way they're used because of the connotation to it, and it's just obnoxious to me. Like, we used to say things like series, like, okay, here's the first example that really pisses me off, all right? It's not franchise. It's not franchise. It's series. Series. Star Trek is a series. Sonic the Hedgehog is a series. Devil May Cry is a series. Don't call them franchises. Yes, they are. Yes, they are franchises, but that's lame. You know, it sounds so corporate. All these people making all these videos, and everyone's guilty of it. And I'm not saying when you say these phrases like franchise, I'm not saying that doesn't mean you don't love what it is. But you sound like you're a corporate guy in an office wearing a business suit. And I don't like it because it makes it seem like, oh, it's just all about money. Like, don't use the phrase franchise. Franchise belongs to things like McDonald's or Target or 7-Eleven, shit like that. You don't call things that people actually pour passion into. You don't just, ruin it and make it lame by calling it just franchise. No, it's a series. It's a bunch of people who have passion for something, and they're creative, passionate people, and they love the characters and the world they created, and they spent a lot of time into it, and they love it. And it's about that. Yes, it's about money so that it keeps going, but it doesn't have to always be about money. And yes, it's important to look at the money to a degree because you want to see what the fans like and don't like, what they'll buy and what they won't buy, but don't call it franchise. You know how lame that is? You know how, it's like everyone's a dork, basically. And that's okay. Everyone's basically a nerd, whether you like baseball, checkers, chess, Mario, books, doesn't matter. Everyone's a nerd of something. But you don't want to make it, you're supposed to sound cool. Like, call it a series. When you call it a series, now you're becoming, now you're removing the whole thinking about the money part of it. And now it just becomes about, oh yeah, like the people, right? The passionate fans and the people. The money part is just one aspect of it. It's not the main thing. And that's very obnoxious to me. I mean, sometimes you could tell when someone makes a product, a bunch of people make a product, and they really didn't give a shit about the characters or the story. They just threw it all together just to make a quick buck. And you can tell. But in other movies and TV shows and comics, you can tell that there's passionate people behind making those things. And don't water it down and make it seem all about cash. And that seems it's like the vibe. It's a vibe when you say certain words as opposed to other ones. It's cool to say it's a series. Respect it. Don't just make it then it becomes all about you just think about the money and call it a franchise. No, that's fucking lame. Back in the day, if you were hanging out in the 90s and the 2000s, no one said that. No one was making videos and they're like, the franchise, da-da-da-da. No, that's lame. Don't fucking do that anymore. Call it a series, And I'm not saying people that use the word franchise, I'm not saying they don't love the series or don't care about it or don't have passion for it. But it's just the wrong word to use. It just comes across in it's implied almost that it's in a different thought mind. Now here's the other thing that pisses me off, this other bullshit. It's not community. It's fan base, okay? You are part of a fan base. You're a Mega Man fan. You're a Harry Potter fan. You're part of the fan base. You meet friends, you talk to them on the computer, and you talk about the series, the fan base you were part of. Don't call it a community. That's lame. That is so shitty. Community? No, that's stuff that goes for retirement communities and I don't know, strip malls. Being part of just stuff like that. You don't call Like, if you're a part of a video game fandom, then you're a fan. You're a nerd. It's not a community. Like even if you're part, like it is. I know it is technically a community, but it just sounds so like Dorcas McGorcas. It doesn't sound like a cool. It just sounds like. I don't like it. I hate it. So every time someone says franchise, just say series. And every time someone says community, just say fan base. What's wrong with fan base? People don't like it because it sounds too nerdy. Oh, we have to change it now, and now it's like, oh, I'm part of the, like, here's a perfect example. The trend on the internet that I think is a little interesting. It's the whole lost footage thing. It's become like a popular thing for certain people, like the lost footage, right? And people always say community, community. No, you're a fan of things that are of lost footage. So call yourself a fan. It's a fan base of people who like things that are lost and want to find them. You know, don't make it like lame and call it community. We're part of the community, gang. Like, what is that? Back in my day, in the fucking 2000s, I miss when people used to talk cool about shit. They didn't make it all about money or say these like really stupid, lame phrases. No, if you love something, a video game character or a bunch of movies, that's your thing that you love. You're a fan of it. You're a fan. And it's just, I don't know, it just pisses me off because it's a new trend going on. And it's like, I don't want all these lame phrases and quotes to now become the future. It's like we forgot what it means to be cool. And back in the day, people used to talk cool and all that kind of shit. And now it's just getting lamer and lamer and lamer. And it's like, no, be badass, be cool, talk like that. If you're going to talk about a series like James Bond or fucking, I don't know, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe or whatever. It's a series and you're a fan of it. Enough with the community shit. Yes, it is a community, but you don't have to say that. That's reserved for other shit that's like lame and boring. It's better to call it fan base and series. You don't want to water it down. All right, let me know what you guys think. Peace.